Hey, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all know who this is. This your boy, Rob Thomas Jr., and this is the real news behind the news. Oh, yeah, man, today is December 23rd, cold Friday here in Shreveport, Louisiana. Uh, Hold on. I lost train of thought. A cold Friday here in Shreveport, Louisiana. 2 days before Christmas. This is going to be the last broadcast I do for the real news behind the news till after Christmas. I just want to wish everybody a very safe, happy, and prosperous, productive holiday. But there's something I got to talk about, and I just can't rest. Let me ask y'all a question. Why is it that we allowed one of the world's leading terrorists to visit Congress the other day? A lot of y'all might be asking, who was it? Who was it? It was the president of Ukraine, Vladimir Zelensky, who is known around the rest of the world. It's known for a fact that during this special operation that Russia has going on over in Ukraine, that the Ukrainian soldiers, those Nazis, and I know Facebook might get mad at me calling it what it is, but you are supporting a bunch of Nazis. I thought it was against federal law and all kind of laws against the Constitution to send money to terrorist groups. The Ukrainian army is a terrorist group. Y'all got to realize, again, it's going to be another video, a whole other different video, but this war did not start in February of this year. This war started actually in 2014 with Barack Obama. Now, why is it that we are giving another $47 billion? Now, keep in mind, Joe Biden asked for $37 billion, but your Congress, Republicans and Democrats, gave him an extra 10. $47 billion that we finna send to the Ukraine, on top of the 100-something billion that we already sent to the Ukraine. Which leads me to ask the question, because y'all know on the real news behind news, it's all about asking the right question. Why are we sending all this money to the Ukraine? Is it possible that the Ukrainian government has blackmailable evidence on people, on key people in your government, namely Joe Biden? Are they blackmailing Joe Biden? Y'all might say that sounds crazy, but you won't know why it ain't crazy and why it's a legitimate question. Go back and look at Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, who was dealing with a corrupt oil company in the Ukraine called Burisma. This is what that whole thing really is about. All right, we know that Joe Biden's son committed multiple crimes on camera on that laptop when he was smoking crack with prostitutes, when he was shooting guns and had guns and dope at the same time. There are millions of black men and women, white men and women, Hispanic men and women here in America going to jail on what's called the trigger lock law. Anytime you have cocaine or marijuana or any other drug in the presence of a firearm, that is a federal offense. How does Hunter Biden get away with that? Remember when I was president and he told the out his Facebook right now trying to block my motherfucking video, but he told the Ukrainian government, and this is well known. This is not conspiracy theory, y'all. This is real facts. Where Joe Biden told the Ukrainian government, the only way you get this $1 billion that I'm here to give you on behalf of the United States is you got to drop the charges, fire that prosecutor who is investigating my son, Hunter Biden. And the Ukrainian government say, well, you can't do that. Barack Obama said, we going to get the money. That's why you here. And Joe Biden said, you think I'm lying? Call Barack Obama, and I'll tell him that I'm not giving them anything till they drop the investigation against my son. Now, is it possible that Vladimir Zelensky, again, one of the world's leading terrorists, and it's against the law for us to fund a terrorist state, which is what the Ukraine is, because the Ukrainian government has been terrorizing people of the Donbass. That's part of Ukraine. Now, I'm going to be real. It's hard to talk to a bunch of people who can't even point to Ukraine on the map. But let me break it down. You have a bunch of regions in eastern Ukraine, right on Russia's border. That's what Russia is taking over right now. They're not trying to take over the Ukraine. But the Ukrainian government has been caught numerous times in the last 10 months committing atrocities like tying people to telephone poles in the freezing cold. letting them die like that. The situation in Bucha, where they told y'all the Russians killed all these people with their hands tied behind their back, we now know that it was the Ukrainian government. I mean, it was the Ukrainian Nazis sponsored by the Ukrainian government. Are the Ukrainians blackmailing your Congress into giving them all that money because they got so much corruption secrets on members of your Congress, in particular your president, Joe Biden? Oh man, they got so much blackmailable information on Joe Biden, it's crazy. Is that why we're giving them, just this year alone, do y'all realize we have given the Ukraine more money for a war that they cannot win against Russia? Y'all watch in the next 2 months, y'all gonna see Russia destroy motherfucking Ukraine. Now don't believe, put it like this, the news here in America telling us that the Ukraine is winning. If they winning, why the fuck do we have to send them all these weapons? If they're winning, why is it that we just gave them another 47 billion? Why is it that we got United States soldiers on the ground in Ukraine? Why is it that Poland, Great Britain, all these other folks are finding it necessary to put troops on the ground to help the Ukrainians regroup and get ready for the onslaught of almost 1.5 million men? Y'all, they don't tell y'all this in American media, but do y'all know in that special military operation, Russia just mobilized, did the partial mobilization. Do y'all realize Russia got over 1 million men ready to storm the Ukraine in the next 2 weeks? Y'all gonna be, I don't know how the American media gonna cover it up or portray it, but the Russians are finna go over there and destroy everything and everybody in the Ukraine. Not the civilians. The civilians in the Ukraine are suffering just as much as the military, because what they're doing right now, believe this or not, y'all, if Ukraine is winning, why are they going around to nightclubs in that country getting 17, 18-year-old boys? Why are they getting 15-year-old boys, putting them on the front lines? Half of them never shot a weapon. Because Russia has depleted the Ukrainian military over the last 8 months. This is why we got to keep sending them our tax dollars to fight a war that they're not going to win, y'all. So if our government knows that they're not going to win, why are we still giving them $150 billion when there's poverty, inflation, homelessness, failing infrastructure, lack of proper health care for all the people in America? Again, we're physicists to send them another $47 billion. They snuck it in through that omnibus bill. $47 billion more dollars on top of the $100 billion that we already sent them, when it only takes $50 billion to buy, build, and provide homes for every homeless person in America. What we're about to send them now, we can end homelessness in America, literally. Do y'all really fucking understand how serious this is? There are homeless people right now in this cold-ass weather. We could provide homes for them with just the money we finna send them next week. Why is that? That's somewhere along the line. Maybe it was not just Hunter Biden over there in Ukraine buying pussy. No, he was not the only one. A lot of your government officials are corrupt and complicit with fraud and other illegal activities that the Ukrainian government can blackmail them with. This is why you let a terrorist like Vladimir Zelensky stand up in the Congress and address our Congress. And then when he told us that 47 million, I know y'all sent us 100 billion and y'all finna send us 47 billion more, but that's not enough. We need money to take care of our pensioners. We need money to rebuild our schools. We need money to take care of our government employees. Like we really give a fuck here in America about them when you got schools shutting down. American pensioners are seeing their Social Security checks not being able to buy food and medicine. We're seeing government employees getting laid off here in America, But we're sending money over there to the Ukraine to take care of them. We're trying to protect the Ukrainian borders when our borders are going to shit. Do y'all realize there's 2,000-3,000 people coming into this country illegally every day? Y'all might not think that's a lot, but guess what? When they come, guess who's going to get a lot of these jobs and contracts? Not Negroes, not white folks. So y'all ask that question. Is our government so corrupt that they are being blackmailed by one of the world's leading terrorist organizations, the country of Ukraine? Are they being blackmailed? Because we know Joe Biden is. When Joe Biden, they got so much dirt on Joe Biden and his son because of that laptop and all the dealings that they have been doing, that they can blackmail Joe Biden to the day he dies. They can blackmail the United States Congress into giving them $150 billion while we around here trying to come up with $11 to pay for a head of lettuce in some places in this country. Inflation is off the chain. We got a gas supply problem that they ain't talking to us about. But that's why I talk to y'all about it, because I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I'm going to give y'all the real news behind the news. Again, I'm just asking a question. I'm not making any definitive and direct statements, but is your government so compromised and corrupt that they are now being blackmailed by the Ukrainian government, the most corrupt government on the planet, to send them $150 billion, while you all got to figure out if y'all going to get your son that G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip for Christmas, or you going to pay your electric bill? This how deep this shit finna get. Y'all stay tuned. We going to come back after Christmas. Y'all be blessed.